It's night and day. Night and day, back again.
Yes, back in the world of Final Fantasy Dissidia. We have a bit more story mode to show you guys. I guess some battles along the way, maybe? We'll see.
Hopefully, we think.
Yeah.
We're going to see what story mode has to offer here, and we think in these sets that are linked, we're thinking there's at least going to be one battle in each group. But yeah, we noticed last time we jumped up here, and then once we wanted to check out what the battles were about, so we jumped to this one right away before we did this one. So now we're going back, because it seems like left to right is the actual sequential order.
Right, yeah.
So we want to go back and pretty much do full top to bottom in the leftmost columns first, and then move forward.
Right, yeah.
I mean, we'll do each chunk of them together. The top chunk. And then we won't do like the first one of the top chunk and then it's cliffhanger, then jump down here.
Yeah.
We'll do each chunk together, but we're still going to try and progress through them
Sequentially, I
yes!
guess. Yeah.
So that the story makes sense and we're not seeing the end of Shantado's excitement before Cloud even gets going, so.
Yeah, that sounds good. We can progress the story all together. So I guess we can jump into this one and then we'll make our way into the groups.
Yeah, let's see what happens!
Woohoo! More shiny rocks. That means intelligence.
It has an octopus at the bottom of it. Oh no, those aren't tentacles.
Those are just weird crown things?
It's like a filigree.
I guess so. Or weird crown things works too.
Or tentacles, it could be an octopus. But, okay, let's shut up about it and just watch the cutscene.
No, I gotta get to the bottom of this.
Our questions are many. One thing, however, is clear. Materia requires our strength to achieve her objective.
Then she shall have it. For now, anyway.
Wait, for now?
As he said, there's much we don't know.
Is there now?
We would do well to move forward with caution. Regardless, action shall prove more fruitful than idleness.
Materia didn't seem to know too much about us. She didn't even seem to know too much about her world, come to think of it.
Nor did the two gods seem to know each other. Maybe Spiritus isn't our enemy after all.
Maybe not. We need to find out what we're dealing with here.
I think I can help with that.
You can, huh?
Yes. I sense the espers of this realm. They might be able to teach us about Spiritus and Materia. You're going after them, aren't you? That's where you're headed.
Whatever.
Go
on, keep making that face. It'll get stuck that way.
Then let us come along so it doesn't.
Very nice.
That weapon is awesome, by the way.
Oh, that's called a gunblade.
Wow. Makes sense.
Yeah, very apropos name.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's actually a mechanic with it where if you strike and you pull the trigger, push a button at the right time, then it does extra damage.
Oh, okay.
That's in his original game, and they use a form of that in this game too. So I'm sure when I try out Squall, it's going to be absolutely horrible. Because, yeah, I'm sure in a fighting game it'll be super tight timing. But, okay, so in the first cutscene, it was Warrior of Light, the blue guy with the crazy horned helmet.
Right, yeah.
He's from the first Final Fantasy, sort of. And then Cecil from Final Fantasy IV, who you saw me playing as.
Yep. I remember Cecil. It's one of the only ones that I do.
And Noctis from 15 went with them.
Okay.
So Warrior of Light is cool. He has kind of an interesting story. So yeah, he wasn't actually a character. In Final Fantasy 1, it was like a old school style role-playing game where the characters didn't have predefined personalities or roles. You picked from 6 character classes You chose a party of 4, making each party member whatever character class you wanted them to be.
Right,
And then
right.
they were just called the Light Warriors throughout the game. Everybody calls them, oh, help us, Light Warriors, do-do-do.
Okay.
So none of them had a personality. Yoshitaka Amano, the artist we talked about before,
Right.
he drew this picture on as part of the logo for Final Fantasy 1. I think for the re-release, not for the original. I'm not 100% sure. And so then they kind of went and retconned in Warrior of Light from there. So then they said, for the Dissidia game, okay, this is the rep from Final Fantasy 1 now,
okay.
because there wasn't actually one who existed. So that's kind of cool. I like that they went back and did that. But one thing I don't like about it is he kind of takes the role that Cecil would normally have had, because he's this stalwart holy knight, basically.
Okay,
Just
all right.
champion of justice, kind of Captain America type.
Okay,
Like he's the
okay.
leader. He'll do what's right, what under any circumstances,
Right.
self-sacrifice, all that whole deal.
Okay.
So yeah, he's the Captain America / Leonardo of the group.
Right, that makes sense. Like, based on just the cutscene alone, he seemed to, like, kind of have his own way, and he's gonna just lead the group that he's with to do it.
Right.
And it seemed like Cecil was kind of in the same mindset. Like, I could see why it looks like Warrior of Light has basically taken up his role, because I guess Cecil he's taken backseat to that.
Well, yeah, in this game, we're not sure yet where Cecil is. Okay, yeah, in the second group, in the second cutscene, showed Zidane, he's the monkey guy with the tail. In Final Fantasy IX, some of the characters are anthropomorphic animals. Some are still humans, but
Oh, okay. So it's just like this new world where some people are part animal and some people aren't?
yeah, it's kind of strange. And the guy with the gunblade is Squall. He's the main character from Final Fantasy VIII. He's got your face in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
So you guys
That's
have grown much closer than you ever thought
Yeah,
you would.
when I saw him in the cutscene, I was like, I feel a link to get, like, but I just don't know why.
Yeah, like we talked about before, he's the kind of loner, do-it-yourself kind of guy.
Yeah, so it seems.
So that's why other people are like, hey, what should we do? Don't you think we should do it? And he's like, whatever.
Whatever,
I'm
yeah.
not going to do my own thing.
Yeah, I'm doing this. You do whatever you got to do, kind of thing. You join me or not, it doesn't make any difference to me.
Yeah, Lightning with them from Final Fantasy 13, you already know her.
Yeah.
And then Terra was the other girl with them. She's from Final Fantasy 6. She's a mage and half Esper, which she said, oh, I can sense the Espers of this realm.
Right.
Espers in her game are what they called the summon creatures in that game.
Oh, okay. So they're similar to what, like the gods in this one are?
No,
Or-
the gods are Spiritus and Materia. Those are
Right.
a different thing. The summons are like Bahamut and Odin and
Oh,
Ifrit and Shiva,
okay.
those guys.
Okay.
The summon creatures, whatever you want to call them, are called something different in a lot of the games. In the earliest games, I think they were just called summon monsters.
Okay.
And then in other games, they've been called... in 6, they were called Espers. In 9, they were called Eidolons.
Huh.
And...
So have they had the same ones in every game, or has it been kind of this evolving process?
like the Moogles, sometimes they're the same ones, but they always have different designs.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes you'll see Odin with the horse, and he and the horse will be totally different looking. Sometimes the horse has 6 legs, because I think the original version of the Norse horse, Sleipnir, has 6 legs, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes Ifrit is a full-on, like, inhuman demon-looking
Right,
thing,
yeah.
like the fire guy, and sometimes he looks more like just a man.
Okay. It just happens to control
Who
fire.
has like smaller horns or something like that.
Okay.
And the color scheme is still vaguely orange, brown, reddish.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, and in 13 they got really funky with some of them, and the summons in that game were actually transformers, so they could show up as Bahamut would show up as a dragon, but he could also change into like a vehicle, sort of like a jet-looking thing. So yeah, they really go nuts in some of them.
Oh man, that's awesome. That probably would look fantastic.
So yeah, the graphics in that game were definitely amazing. Oh yeah, so it looks like Terra's going to use her link with the Espers to try and guide her team, so that's cool that they're referencing that. They're doing really well so far with all of the callbacks, so looking very forward to seeing where the game goes.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I think it's going to be awesome.
Alright, let's check this out!
Yeah, sounds good. We can
We're-
hop into the next one, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be a battle in this chain, but let's find out.
Yeah, I guess so. There's the first 3 that we've opened up, so I'd be surprised if there weren't. But I guess we'll have to open it and see.
First, the cutscene. Yeah, there's a battle after it.
At it again.
Finally, it is within my grasp. The greatest power known to man. The power to control the universe. The power of the void.
What did you do to them, you bastard? Cloud?
So, Cloud, we meet again.
Cloud? What the blazes? Wait, that is your name, right? Cloud? Like puffs in the sky?
So you remember me. Then you know what's going on.
We're back here again?
You. What is the meaning of this?
I'm trying something.
What?
Just humor me.
Okay, that was pretty damn awesome.
Wow, that looked really awesome.
Yeah, Cloud and Sephiroth have this rivalry that's gone on past their original game because of all the Final Fantasy VII was so successful that it had a string of other media releases that went after it. So yeah, the rivalries span the game, movies, other games,
right?
Guest appearances and random things. They visit Kingdom Hearts. They're both
they're both in
characters in Kingdom Hearts.
Like
they continue their battle there. Yeah, so they're. Yeah, and Sephiroth, yeah, he's a crazy badass. He can fly and do all these strange things.
Yeah, he just started flying. I was like, he just kind of looks like a normal person. And he has just like the most giant sword ever.
Yeah, that's the Masamune. The Masamune sword is in most Final Fantasy games. It's like one of the Chocobos. It's one of the things that's carried on throughout most of the games.
Okay.
But it predates Chocobos. It was in the very first game. But
it's the original Chocobo.
Kinda. So the other two were Bartz and Exdeath. Neither of whom have very good names, but they were from Final Fantasy V, the main character and villain of that game. Exdeath he always goes on about the Void. He's an insane guy who wants to gain the power of the Void, which is essentially nothingness, like a realm of nothingness itself, and suck everything into it and destroy everything.
Right. Makes sense.
That type of villain is kind of weird, but... And, the Void is the thing that the Cloud of Darkness is supposedly like a representation of.
Oh, okay.
So she's like a manifestation of that, like an emissary of the Void itself.
Okay. Makes sense. Right,
so, whereas Exdeath is a normal person, but he tries to obtain the power to control the Void.
Okay.
So, anyway, it looks like we're about to have all these people fight each other.
So it seems. So, like, I love that you said Exdeath is a normal person. And he's just like waving this like giant levitation sword. And, as normal as someone can be, I guess, in this world.
Yes, Exdeath is a normal person. In that,
just like you and me.
Alright, I'm gonna try out Cloud because it looked like Bartz has some sort of mechanic that involves multiple weapons, and because in his game, the concept is it's kind of like the first Final Fantasy. How I was telling you, you could choose your roles.
Right.
Except in that game, you unlock more and more classes as the game progresses. They're called jobs.
Okay.
But basically, character, class, job is the same thing. Okay. So you unlock more and more as the game progresses.
Okay.
And as you do that, you can change to any of them whenever you want. As long as it's not in the middle of a battle. Anytime you're not in a battle, you can just change all 4 of your party members at will. So it's basically like Final Fantasy 1, except the characters all have actual personalities. So
Right.
they are, instead of like blank slates like that game where they never talk or interact, they all have their own personalities still, and then they can still just change at whim. So it looks like Bart's mechanics in this game are kind of based on that.
Huh, and it looks like, so Bart can kind of, it seems like he can transform into whatever those classes are. So he would be the, like the only one in this game that can do that, it would seem like.
Maybe Onion Knight might be able to do something like that too. Because Final Fantasy III was the first game where you could do that, change jobs on the fly.
Onion Knight is one of the weirdest.
Beg for your lives.
I fight who I want, when I want.
One of the strangest names ever.
Oh,
The stage looks fantastic though. And X-Dev looks like one of the hardest characters to fight. Oh,
unless
never
we
mind.
can just smack them down like
Yeah.
that. Oh, no
Oh.
way!
My god, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be like his finishing touch, Limit Break, which basically does this giant tornado attack. So it looks like I was wrong before.
Huh.
Oh, crap.
Oh, okay.
Got smashed.
Oh,
It looks
this-
like I was wrong before, because Cloud, it wasn't just Lightning who has a different outfit from the original game. Cloud also.
So that would all be.
Oh, nice!
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. Wow.
So
I
that
gotta get
would.
out of here.
Someone's broken.
Regen, there we go. Yeah, so Cloud's outfit that he has on now isn't from his original game, it's from the movie, Advent Children.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say. So that would be from some kind of external media that they did from the game.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
They
guess.
made a sequel in movie form years later. They also made a couple other games. But anyway, yeah, so it's from the movie.
Oh, that's awesome. So I guess whatever the most popular version of that character is, that's what they have.
I'm not
The
sure. if-
ensemble of?
I think they just might be timestamping it
Ah.
to show that this takes place after that movie and the events of that movie.
Oh. That was awesome, by the way. You were about to get like demolished, and then he's like, "Nope, nope, no problem." Oh. These
I just
people.
can't
Yeah,
reach 'em.
it's like so
There we go,
close.
the tornado
Oh, okay.
got him.
It's like always on the verge.
Oh,
Oh
crap.
my god. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That doesn't look
They
like
decided
good.
to get serious.
Now he's like Team Rocket blasting off again.
Oh, he can teleport. Wow, that's gotta be...
Oh, it bounce off.
Oh, crap.
Is Odin like the god of darkness or something? Or
He actually, in most of the games when you summon him, he does a one-hit kill for you. So he either completely kills all your enemies in one shot, or he just whiffs because he's not allowed to kill that type of enemy, like a boss or something.
oh, they do they have some kind of explanation for that, or is he just like he comes, does nothing, and then leaves?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
He comes in and says miss, and you feel like, well, that was a waste.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Wow.
Oh, wow, these guys are just
They're just
destroying
all
me.
on you. Your teammate is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, what happened to Bards?
Wow. Bart, you wanna?
Get back in there, Cloud.
Yeah. Bart was doing some work, but not anymore. I love that you just hear whoops. Oh, Bart's down
Oh,
too.
Bart got killed. Wow, this might not go well.
Oh. Okay.
Man.
Hope I didn't hold you up.
Yeah, Bart, you kind of did. You were doing good, kind of, and then
Let's get the summoning started.
Good idea, actually.
yeah, that might.
Sand and
Wow.
shock our foes into
I just kind
submission.
of jumped into it.
Because we need some help here. Odin kind of really turned the tide. Maybe we can turn it back.
We've gotta hurry.
So yeah, I guess all it takes is a couple of these.
There we go.
You should be okay. Someone's at 0, so I don't know if that's how good for you that is if you only have 30. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, we just need to smack somebody around again. Oh, that was so
Oh
sweet!
my god.
That was like
that's
the
awesome.
braver limit break he has, his first limit break from his game. Yeah,
like
gigantic.
Odin just immediately turned that around. I guess you just need like a second to breathe and drop a couple hits on them and that's it.
If we can just, yeah, get up. They're both at 0.
Yeah, they're both broken right now. This is a sludge ball.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That is awesome.
Take that badass stance.
Yeah. I have seen Cloud from the other game that he was in, but I don't know like any of the story about him. It's just he's probably one of the more popular characters of the whole series, I'd say.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII is possibly the most popular, well-known game of the entire series. I mean, everybody has different favorites in this series because, unlike most game series, everything in Final Fantasy, every game is different. Every game has a different story. Most of the games have completely different battle systems. So the fan base is just...
It's like very split on every game.
Yeah, because the fan of one game isn't necessarily in any way a fan of another game.
Exactly, yeah.
They're totally different types of games. So the fan base fights like more than any other other series I've ever seen. And most other series they agree like this is where the series turned crap. This is the best one here. But Final Fantasy, everyone jumps around. Some people are like 15 is garbage, no way. And other people, no way, this is the direction the series needed to go.
Exactly.
Yeah. Every game that comes out is the new worst and best game.
I guess, I mean, it makes sense when you're playing a brand new game, but it just has similar elements in everything. Like, the story kind of meshes, but not really. And, like, brand new characters you have to learn, brand new fighting styles you have to learn, like, all of those things. I imagine it's a really cool series to just play through because you never get tired of one thing. Like, playing one game and then playing the next is like playing two totally different games.
Right, yeah. I really, really like that about the series, actually. That's one thing I really enjoy. Even though, yeah, there are games that I personally enjoy more than the other ones, I still think all of them have a lot of like fun elements to them. And it does, every one is different. It keeps things really interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot to pull from every one of them. Oh, that's awesome. And I guess the 3 is a really good, it was a good investment, and it really opens up the board for you. Because, I mean, just if it's just one battle per 3, and you get 2 cutscenes out of it, that's awesome.
Yeah, wow, this is just going to be, even if it's 2 battles in one cutscene, it's still
worth it, definitely.
We're going to be moving through this story a lot faster than we originally thought.
Yeah, definitely. And we get a whole new one.
Alright, let's see the next cutscene.
Alright, yeah, let's go for it.
But yeah, we need a lot less Memoria than we
originally thought.
Helps.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What are you scheming, Sephiroth?
That's for me to know. Trust me, you'll like it.
I see. So that's it.
What did you do?
Don't you worry. Eventually, our goals will align. And when they do, we shall meet once again.
Get back here!
They'll align?
Let's get out of here. This place is gonna crumble.
Sure. They'll all be glad to.
That was awesome. Sephiroth's such a badass.
Yeah. Right now, Sephiroth is definitely my favorite villain of this series so far. He's so good. Like, and the graphics in this game just really do everything justice. And even the music in the beginning of the cutscene was awesome.
Yeah, the music is always well done in these games.
Yeah, it seems like they really went above and beyond with everything. But I guess that's just the staple of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, the graphics, music, almost always is absolutely top of the line. They've got really high quality people. The stories can vary. Like, in most games, the stories are pretty strong, but not all of them, to be fair. And in the story in the First City was not exactly Shakespeare. It was definitely, not one of the best ones. But when they do these extra things, basically the side stories that they make to games, the stories are much weaker. Their main games have a stronger, generally have stronger writing.
Yeah, I guess it does kind of make sense if they're like trying to mesh a lot of different worlds together. Like, they have to deal with a lot of inconsistencies.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah, like even with the Marvel vs. Capcom series, like you have to make it work, like everything together in a one cohesive way. Then that leaves a lot of room for like plot holes or something like that. But yeah, I mean, so far I think they're doing a pretty good job, and just what you've explained to me and how everything looks and how the characters interact with one another and stuff like that. So far, so good.
Exactly.
Really like
exactly. Like in any crossover, the story is usually going to be really weak because they have to basically force some random crap in order to make all of these characters be in a place where they wouldn't normally be.
Right, yeah.
And trying to make them somehow be equivalent power levels. I mean, it would be more realistic if some of the villains would absolutely stomp other villains and most of the heroes just on their own, because a lot of these villains are end bosses for the game where you're supposed to fight them with a group of, I mean, 3 or 4 or 5 in the party, or I don't know if canonically the whole party is there and you can only actively select 3 guys, but they're supposedly all 7 or all 9 people are there and they're all fighting this one guy, so that guy is obviously much more powerful than they are individually. So yeah, they would just stomp him. But they have to make it work for the fighting game.
Right,
so,
yeah, makes sense.
Was Bartz not in the meeting with Materia? Because it seemed like he had no clue what was going on just now when he met with Cloud.
Yeah, I guess not. I don't know if Cloud was originally there as well.
Yeah,
right?
Cloud was in the large group meeting.
So I guess Bartz, I don't know how Cloud made it to Bartz or what the whole reasoning for him being there was, but yeah, I guess Bartz was kind of in his own little world fighting Exdeath for the whole meeting that they were going through.
I guess that's what Cloud was talking about when he said, I've got a solo mission to do.
Yeah.
He needed to go and rescue Bartz, which was in no way a solo mission. It could have involved 5 people just crushing Sephiroth. That would have probably helped out.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he has something personal against him, so he wants to do it 1 versus 1 kind of thing.
Yeah, except maybe he just sensed Sephiroth, because they do kind of do that where they carry on their eternal battle. They can kind of sense each other's presence sometimes. It depends on the writing. Like they don't always have this weird magical kind of connection, but sometimes they do. Where they're in Kingdom Hearts, they're kind of 2 sides of the same coin, like the light and the dark and all that.
Oh, okay.
But so maybe he didn't give a damn about Bartz and saving Bartz. He was just there to fight Sephiroth.
Yeah, he just wants to crush Sephiroth once and for all, but once again slip through his fingers.
So that's gonna do it for this episode of Dissidia Final Fantasy NT.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. More story to unlock. There's a lot more to do, so we'll see you guys in the next one. Although there's just giant waves of like water balls coming at you, and you're just looking for this clown.
I know. Oh, look how awesome Leviathan looks.
Damn.
Holy crap.
Holy crap.
Holy crap. I don't even mind that I'm getting destroyed.